Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm a huge DIY fan, and today I had a problem while using my angle grinder, and I checked online. For a solution that was with my switch over here, and I couldn't really find one. So what was happening is my switch wasn't moving forward. Like I would press it hard, and if I would really press it and force it, it would move, but the grinder was not turning on. So this was causing for me problems, cut me short. So yeah, I couldn't find a solution online. Most of the solutions I found online were people trying to they would replace the switches, or they would fix the mechanism here, or replace the electronics on the inside, replace the spare part. So unfortunately, accessing the spare part for this wasn't very easy for me, so I was forced to check and try to find out what the problem might be. And so let's get into it, because I thought I should share this knowledge in case someone else falls into a similar issue, and show you how I solved it. It was simple, and I'm sure someone else might actually get a similar problem. It wasn't a huge defect, but I would have bought another switch if I hadn't tried this out. So first, and this is for the baby grinders, by the way. I'm not sure what it's like for the big grinders. I haven't used them that much. But back bolt, so you can take off the cover and check out the switch. There we go. Okay. So this comes right off. So this is the mechanism of the switch. When you push it over here, this moves and pushes a button here on the inside that turns on the grinder. You see that? See how it moves? And that is it. So I knew apparently when I opened it, I still had to force it. The switch would move and stick in there. It would stick in there, but still wasn't getting power, wasn't turning on. So I thought maybe the problem is with the switch here, the electronics. So what I did was, in order to open these, as you can see, there is these clips holding it over here, which you can pull out very easily. And then these connections coming from the power here, and those you can just unscrew them like this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. And once we have these connectors off, oops, there's one screw out, and we have the second connector off, and that is another screw out, like so. Now we can push the switch out from the bottom, just like this. You see, it went over these clips. And just 1 second. Now what is holding it is the switch over here. If you notice here, over here, there's a switch. That's what's holding it in there. There's a button, and then there's a clip from the switch here, from this plastic here, and that's what's holding it in. So I don't want to break anything, that's why I'm using very little energy. So yeah, so this is the culprit. When you pull the switch pushes onto this, and it's supposed to push back like that, just like that. So what I found was, when I tried to push the switch, it wasn't moving. When I tried to push this button, it wasn't moving. I don't know why, but the switch over here, this switch was not able to push this button, because when you push it forward, you see now that it's not in, it's just free. See, it moves freely because there's nothing holding it over here. There's nothing to push against over here. So when this is out, I checked out this switch, and this is what most people were saying you should replace. Go to the store, find another one, replace it. I found that this switch was stuck and it wasn't going down. It wasn't going down at all. So just check this switch, and this could be your culprit. So what I did was push hard against this switch, and when I pushed hard against it and it went down, it normalized. So it kind of had jammed in there. I don't know why it had jammed, but I actually pressed it a couple of times, and the first time was difficult because it wasn't going down, but after a few tries it went down and was working normally again, and all I had to do was put back my switch. So be careful when you remove this switch that these little square holders actually hold it's supposed to hold, okay? Because the first time I removed these fell out and I couldn't find them, and I didn't even know they were there. And then I tried to put the connectors back on the other side. It was that's when I realized I'm missing some parts. So this actually goes in here, and this goes in here. It's all right. Big fingers, tiny object. So this goes in here. So now we can push back the switch. Actually, to avoid this, to prevent these from falling out as you put back the switch, I think it's better you just screw these in just a little bit so that they can hold it in place. And make sure these screws are below the level of these plastics such that it can slide into place. Once it's in, you can unscrew them and then put the wires back in. You don't really have to unscrew the entire bolt. Okay, so now we're putting it back in, and I'm trying to be careful not to break any wires. Let me just unclip this to make it a little bit more free. Yeah. And then next we can do this. Forgive my hand movement. I'm trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. And voila, it clips back. The screws are back in here. Then push the switch below the knob again. There it is, it's in. Now the clip is under the button on the switch over there. And then put back our connector, screw it back on. I need 2 hands for this. I want to be sure the connection is best. And then we can put this connector in as well. There it is. And then screw it back. Let me just tighten that up a bit. When you're tightening it up, hold on the other side so that you don't push it out of the clips again. Because now the switch is working, so it can easily slide out. But before the first time when this inner button couldn't move at all, getting it out was a problem, was a bit difficult because this button couldn't be depressed, so it was stuck behind this switch. So I kind of had to force it out. But the good thing, this is plastic. It's a bit straight, it's not gonna break. It's a bit, what's the right word? Not ductile. It's a bit flexible, so it's not gonna break. And voila, we have it there. So just checking any other things. I'm gonna put back these wires in the clips so the cover can go on comfortably. Yeah, it is also in the clips. Oops. And yeah, so then we pull our cover back on. You can tell how the cover goes back by the screw where it's gonna, and then the hole here, so you can tell it has to be this direction. So there we go. Tighten that up. And time to test our grinder. So now let's test our grinder, and looks like a charm. I like the sound of that. Sounds like a car engine. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helps someone, because I tried to find help and I couldn't find any online. So in case anyone has a problem with the switch getting stuck, yeah, it may not be the mechanism here, it might be this little black box on the inside. Thank you guys, till the next one.